The bye week should come as a relief for three of the veterans on this team. Let's continue our conversation with Kevin Faulk, Matt Light, and Tom Brady.
This is probably the hardest question. There's been so many big moments, but you guys weren't winning at the beginning. And then something turned, something changed, and it's due to you three. What was that pop factor?
Indianapolis Colts game one year. I forgot what year it was. We played home. It was always a battle because they was in our conference. There was always a battle between them. I'm trying to think of that game. And going into the first half, I think we threw a long bomb and scored a touchdown and came out the second half, and we just dominated the rest of the game. And from that point on, you can understand that something was being built now that you see it now.
Matt, for you?
Anytime I think of Kev, I always think of just, an incredible play made on third down, that was probably one of the critical factors in the game. And it's not one play. I've seen those happen, over the length of my career several times. And when I think of T, I think it just always comes down to just having a cool demeanor in that huddle and being able to go out there, no matter what the situation is. We're down by 10, 2 minutes left in the game, we're up and we got to maintain a lead. Whatever it is, there's, great decisions made each and every time.
I think the best part about these two is, from a quarterback standpoint, is a lot of people ask me questions. Hey, God, they got a good pass rush. What about Dwight Freeney? What about and Jason Taylor? I never think about those guys. I just think about the coverage. Because I know Matt's got it taken care of. Yeah, and I know the group that he plays with up there is like, I don't care about that. I got to do my job. And with Kevin, Kevin's the greatest instincts of any player that I ever played with, and the most clutch, reliable, disciplined, instinctive player I've ever played with. So, you have those players at those most important positions on the offense, and you can see why. Close games, I feel pretty good about our chances.
All right,
I think one thing I forgot to say about Tom is playing with him and understanding how much this game means to him makes you as a football player put that much effort to be on the same page as him, because it means so much. You know exactly, because you be with him every day, each and every day.
All right, Mr. Funny, you guys have been with the same head coach since you got here. Of the three, who gets away with the most with Coach Belichick? Who could get away with giving him the jab, or if somebody's got to say something where there's a complaint within that locker room?
Come on,
you're the funny guy. Start with you, Matt.
This guy.
Man,
who's got the most clout?
I don't know. I would say that his son, Gerard, has a pretty good pull. outside of the family.
We go to Gerard Belichick.
No, I can remember having some. You never know if Coach is being serious or you never know what he's thinking, really. It's probably something game-oriented and very specific and something you'll never fully understand. But at the same time, I can remember I always want to err on the side that he's really just joking. So I tend to say things that are in a joking manner, and I'm not sure any of those he's ever taken as a joke. Over all these years, I still can't get a beat on him,
I know for a long time when I got here, I wasn't afraid to go speak to him, but all right, I'm going to just bypass this office. I'm not going to go talk to him. And then once you actually get to know him and go sit down in his meeting room, not when you're in the team setting, in his office, totally different person.
Circle of trust.
Totally
it's always
person.
great when you walk in, you're like, hey, Coach, so, I'm the bye week, I just kind of looking to see what the dates were going to, if you could
book a flight.
And honestly, you can't keep talking because he's just staring at you.
Staring at you, not
he's literally
saying a
staring.
word.
And then you get done, and there's at least a 40-second pause. And I don't want to say anymore. I don't even have anything else to say. But he's not talking. I almost feel obligated to say something. Pretty much how it goes.
Is there a special quality that exists inside you three? Because you guys are the mainstay. You're the longest tenured guys here. That there's that sense of pride that, it's almost a sense of ownership with this football team. Do you feel that?
Better be. I think so. Just from being here so long, just from going through what we've went through. The ups, the downs.
The injuries?
Just the observation of everything, the guys that we've played with. Of course we feel the ownership of it. We need to.
Yeah, I think we all take a lot of pride in the fact that we've been a part of something, pretty unique. And we've got an ownership and coaches and everybody, fans and everybody that's behind us. And whether you want to call it the Patriot way or whatever, it's been very successful. It's been a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, yeah, it's infectious because I talk to my kids like that. It's like, hey, Colin, just do your job, man. Come on, buddy.
Just you see here, say here, stay
Yes.
here.
Do your job. It's
Work hard, buddy.
Just one day at a time, man. I mean, it's kind of who we are now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like when I see Rodney on TV, Rodney.
You gotta laugh the stuff.
Yeah, I laugh.
Teddy's
I
there
mean,
too.
and
Teddy's so
Teddy
intense.
and Willie and I look at those guys and I think, man, they're still I feel like they're still sitting in the locker room with us, but now they've moved on and in other parts of their life, but you still feel like they're all we're all part of trying to accomplish the same thing, and we know they're rooting for us too.